And welcome back to the Course in Miracles lessons. We are on lesson 27 today. Above all else, I want to see. Today's idea expresses something stronger than mere determination. It gives vision priority among your desires. You may feel hesitant about the idea on the grounds that you are not sure you really mean it. This does not matter. The purpose of today's exercises is to bring the time when the idea will be wholly true a little nearer. There may be a great temptation to believe that some sort of sacrifice is being asked of you when you say you want to see above all else. If you become uneasy about the lack of reservation involved, add, vision has no cost to anyone. If fear of loss still persists, add further, it can only bless. The idea for today needs many repetitions for maximum benefit. It should be used at least every half an hour and more if possible. You might try for every 15 or 20 minutes. It is recommended that you set a definite time interval for using the idea when you wake or shortly afterwards, and attempt to adhere to it throughout the day. It will not be difficult to do this, even if you are engaged in conversation or otherwise occupied at the time. You can still repeat one short sentence to yourself without disturbing anything. The real question is, how often will you remember? How much do you want today's idea to be true? Answer one of these questions, and you have answered the other. You will probably miss several applications and perhaps quite a number. Do not be disturbed by this, but do try to keep on your schedule from then on. If only once during the day you feel that you were perfectly sincere while you were repeating today's idea, you can be sure that you have saved yourself many years of effort. And that is the end of lesson 27. Above all else, I want to see. This is like the moment that you realize that what is happening in your life is not working for you. When you step on the scale for the last time and say it is not a number that you like, and you realize that you've gone over whatever your own limit is, we come to that place where we are determined to make changes. And this lesson is, above all else, I want to see. I am determined to change my life by changing the way that I'm looking at things. And they admit in this, or they alert us to the fact that this may cause us some internal alarm and discomfort. And so they give you some other phrases to add to that. Above all else, I want to see. Vision has no cost to anyone. It can only bless. That's very powerful. If you realize that what you are doing is not harming anyone, it can only help. That is a powerful determination to make. Think about if you want to lose weight and you're afraid that losing weight will be detrimental to your family or make your family uncomfortable because you are changing the way that you're cooking, for example. But if you also realize that it's not going to harm them, it's only going to bless them by giving them healthier options. It's the same idea with this. Above all else, I want to see. So let's see how Tina Spalding channeled Jesus. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. It is important for you to recognize any hesitation you have in asking for this. There is a great training in your society that to follow me, meaning Jesus, means you have to sacrifice, suffer, and even martyr yourself. Those beliefs of your society will come up as you make more determined statements with your free will. Most of these beliefs and ideas, the Judeo-Christian teachings of the churches that have founded and ruled the society on which these teachings are based, have been hidden from you for quite some time. You don't realize they are even in your mind. It's not until you start to step toward love that you begin to feel the unloving arising. This is a very important day, for this is a very important message. Many of you see yourselves as innocents. The bad guy is always out there. You're the one who is loving and kind. They shouldn't have done that, and you did your best. These stories run rampant through the untrained mind. It's not until you truly walk toward love and turn toward that which teaches you pure, true spiritual love that you see your ego's desire for death. Some of the wording in A Course in Miracles is very blatant. It is very graphic because those ideas are hidden from you, and we want to get your attention. We want you to realize that as you walk toward love, you feel fear. Why would that happen? If you're the loving being you perceive yourself to be, why would walking toward love bring up fear? It is because in your society, love has been associated with sacrifice and suffering, and the ego does not want to love. The part of your mind trained in your society by warmongers and your torturous training programs, that part of your mind that has compiled and agreed with those training programs by employing them in your actions, words, thoughts, and deeds, rises up and argues. It's going to say, this is not safe. We're heading towards something we have no control over. Control is of the utmost importance. Defenses are important. These are the words of the ego mind. When you do these lessons and feel some fear or resistance, know that you are being shown a part of your mind that believes that following my teachings will cause you suffering. There's no surprise there because the story that was laid over my life and my teaching modality was of suffering, sacrifice, and punishment by a loving father of a dutiful son. There was no way out given that teaching. No matter how good you are, were, or will be, God will punish you. This is the underlying message of the teachings around my life, crucifixion, and resurrection. It is important for you to understand this and realize these beliefs and fears of sacrifice are going to surface in your mind. Fear not. We do the work every day that eventually removes these from you. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and suffering, sacrifice, and martyrdom are not required on this path. You can trust me on that. We are glad you came to see us today, and we will see you again tomorrow. Reassurance from Jesus that it is not required of us to suffer, to sacrifice, and to martyr ourselves, to be tormented for believing in the power of love. That is what we want to see. That is what we want to know, because above all else, we're ready to let go of the ideas of the darkness and the suffering and the sacrifice. And so I encourage you to set alarms and do what you can to continue to repeat this message as often as you can today, because this will help move us into the space where we can open to love and let go of all of those ideas of sacrifice and war and fear. Take care. Have a good day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.